The Little Guild is a wonderful organization up here in the northwest corner of Connecticut, supported by the community, been doing work for many, many, many years in terms of animal welfare, and now on the cusp of becoming even a more viable and important animal welfare institution in this part of the state. And I would ask everybody to come and visit, come and support it, and also, when you're looking for an animal, come see the Little Guild. I've been a friend of the Little Guild for decades. And I've also helped raise money for them, and so I'm so honored to be part of the capital campaign for the new shelter. When there's an opportunity for a shelter to have a new facility, it is so important to include a training center. Also, I've seen great success with building a training center then you can share with the community. And that training aspect is usually the thing that will ultimately get an animal returned. If we can have a training facility in this building and a trainer who can assess the animal's needs, set up a training program, get them sort of on an even keel, and then help the new adopter with those issues, then we've solved, the other 50% of the problem, health versus behavior, and ultimately make sure that home is successful.
I do the behavioral evaluations for all the dogs that come in. I also am heavily involved in a lot of the matching of the adopters, the potential adopters to our dogs, potential adopters with their dogs and our dogs. I'm really excited to be a part of it here. Part of my job is not just to read the dog, but to read the owner and how are they feeling, sensing any uncertainty or any doubt, any anxiety, and say, hey, look, no matter what happens, we're here. I can come to you. We can work on it because things will come up. We don't have a crystal ball, but I like to go home at the end of the day thinking, okay, there's a dog that may have come back. The success rate has been very good. I think that's a big part of why is the training.
My name is Ian Seiler, and I was lucky enough to adopt Barney from the Little Guild with my wife. We were both surprised in adopting Barney because the Little Guild really goes above and beyond. They have people to personally take care of the adoption process that follow you from when the dog is intake to when they're given up for adoption. But they also have behavioral trainers on staff, and the work that they do with them prior to adopting seemed to really pay off and just meant that Barney came home with us and it was like he was never anywhere else. I think the real benefit has been to the other animals in our house that have enjoyed having Barney around. Our other dog, Phoebe, who came from New York City, really didn't know how to run around in a yard and play and chase other dogs, and now she's got Barney to chase after.
One of the programs we're most proud of at the Little Guild is the outreach to the community that we do. We run a pet pantry with pet food. It's like a pet food bank. We run that in the garage in our current facility, but we also go out in a van to human food banks and give food for people who need food for their pets. The most important goal for us is to keep animals in their homes whenever possible. And so that's why we have a relationship with the Susan B. Anthony Project and with Project SAGE, which help families that are in crisis. And frequently women have to move to a safer place and they can't take their dogs or their cats. So we'll take the animals in here at the Little Guild until such time as the rest of the family finds a safe place to be. And that's really, really critically important. A lot of times we'll get animals because of the circumstances we are rescuing them from who have illnesses that are contagious and they need to be quarantined. We keep them apart from the other animals as best we can. But we don't have a facility, a separate room where we can put them for the time that they need to be quarantined. If we had that, we could be of much more service to the animals. We could take more animals from more troubled backgrounds, and it would just make our jobs easier and be able to serve more animals. And isn't that really what this is about? To try and save as many animals, to try and serve as many animals as possible in a healthy environment. And so a quarantine facility is really critical, and we're planning on having one in the new facility.
It's very rewarding when you can take an animal who's been neglected or abused by mankind and start showing them that there is a nice world out there. Wherever we can take them in terms of what we think we can do with them and then find them that home, that's the rewarding part. But there's a moment in which that first time where this animal who has no idea that man is kind stops and looks at you, and that's like, that's a moment that takes your breath away.
And now they are just absolute best friends. I mean, I'll come home and find Finn lying with the dogs, whispering his secrets into their ears, and he'll be like, "Go away, Mom. I'm talking to Ace and Charlie right now, and I'm telling them about my day." And just to watch my kids become so close with Ace and Charlie, to be able to decompress with them, to be able to just lie with them, chat with them, hug them, relax with them, take them on walks, I think has just been incredible for both of them. And that's one of the reasons we feel so lucky.
If you're looking to adopt an animal in the near future, the Little Guild's a great place to stop by and see what kind of animals might fit into your home, and also specifically what one of their animals might fit into your home.
Here's what's important about the Little Guild. Every dog, every cat who goes out of these doors to the forever home has a life that is so much better than he or she could ever imagine, if you will. Certainly than he or she has ever had before coming here. So think about that. Every life that walks out of these doors is a better life than it was when it came in. Is there a better mission anywhere? I don't think so.